Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today, I honestly had one of the best laughs or giggles that I've had in a very long while, and it's crypto related, so let's quickly take a little bit of a look. XRP, the standard production, posted this. He wants to break the Guinness World Record for the longest streak of Brad Garlinghouse gifts, and honestly, this is just pure gold. I've been watching this for, 20 minutes or so, just going through some of these gifts, and honestly, I am so amazed that people have the talent to make gifts of this quality. Holy smokes, you can't. Sorry, all right, I've been. James Fillon also says my day has been ruined. I've been laughing at this for at least 20-25 minutes, I think, already. How can I just disclose when Moon Lambo? Do your research. Guys, I'm so sorry. I've been laughing at this for way longer than I should have. The amount of effort that people put into this, and it's so mind-bogglingly beautiful. I wanted to quickly share that. And do with this as you please, all right? Use this information wisely. And just know that it exists now. And that it's going to for always be in my memory. And I'm having anxiety from here on forward, I guess. This was a very interesting point. However, guys, this video I am not making purely for fun. I'm actually warning you guys again. And I know it seems like Dusty, you're always warning us, you stupid. Give us some fun. Well, guys, I am, as always, not a financial advisor, not a legal advisor, but I'm a person who looks out for my own pockets, and in that same sense, I'm giving the tips that I'm using for my own pockets to you guys so you hopefully can use them to better your finances as well. Which, again, are not necessarily guarantees, but I honestly think these are all good tips. So one of the things which I basically said in my previous video already, but I really want to reiterate here again, is how critical tomorrow would be. We covered a couple of times already that Mondays are critical. Why is that so? Well, the stock market opens that day. However, there have been, I believe, 2 of these scenarios before where we basically get a specific Monday where the stock market has a specific critical opening that's going to decide where the crypto market goes for a good little while. So now, the reason I'm saying that we should really be watching out for tomorrow more severely than usual is because of a little conflicting piece of information. And that information comes in the sense that the S&P as of this point is doing really beautiful. Nasdaq's doing really beautiful. The numbers are looking really good on those as they basically close the week really positively. The last couple of days were really juicy. So the contrast comes in the fact that crypto is very far down right now. And again, it also comes in a sort of contrast that the Nasdaq and S&P had such a good correction, ended the week almost on a very bad note, had one of the craziest recoveries in a very short amount of time, and ended the week rather positively in that sense. Everybody right now is wondering, how will the stock market open tomorrow? As again, one of the major reasons why the stock market is moving this way is all the international tumbles, like for example, the Russia-Ukraine problem. But also we've talked about the inflation, we've talked about the interest and all that stuff. It all kind of compiles into one big basket of rubbish. And well, apparently that pile of rubbish also has some effect on the Bitcoin price. And today, we're seeing kind of contrasting view because the crypto prices are down, when in reality, the stock market was closing positively. And so the last couple of weeks, when the stock market closed positively, it was mostly negative, but you guys get my drift. Then the Bitcoin kind of kept going positively until the stock market showed otherwise. However, I already showed you guys, I think 4 days ago or so, there was a little piece where I was like, this is odd. Because the stock market was moving up on the last couple of hours of that specific day, while Bitcoin, of course, after the stock market closed, kept on going down further and further and further. And from that perspective, I was already telling you guys, this is a little bit strange what's happening right here. And right now, I think we're seeing that a little bit further, where tomorrow is going to mark a very important day for the recovery of the stock market or for the crypto market in that sense, because it's the same thing, basically. If the stock market recovers heavily, Bitcoin will most likely do so too. And right now, everybody is wondering, is crypto recovering or was this just a bull trap? And tomorrow, we're going to find out. Because if the price does recover for the stock market tomorrow yet again, we ended here at plus 3%, plus 2.5, really heavy positive days. There's a very high probability that Bitcoin will have another plus 7 or so day, a crazy bullish day. And that might spark that big return for cryptos to start getting bullish again. But again, it could also literally not happen tomorrow. There's 2 other scenarios, of course. We have 3 scenarios, but I'm just warning you guys that tomorrow you're going to have to look out. And honestly, this is a little Very risky tip. I am not saying this is actually smart to do. I'm just giving a very risky little piece of information out there. We can actually try to trade the market purely following the stock market. So if we're seeing the stock market red from the get-go, we can, with pretty high probability, speculate that Bitcoin will also fall in the next couple of hours afterwards. But again, use that information only for fun. Don't think that's actually smart to speculate with. In that same sense, though, I already taught you guys, I think a couple of videos ago, how to hedge properly. One of the things which I'm personally using is Bybit, guys. What I've done is I made myself an account over on Bybit a long while ago. And even though, right, I told you all, I'm opening a long position, which is a trade that basically thinks the prices will go up if we hit a certain barrier and cross it. I don't think we've done that, though. Then I said basically what we're going to do here. Again, take a look at it. What I told you guys, I think yesterday, if we cross this $38,700 mark, cross above it, and get ourselves, man, if only people listen to what I say, huh? Okay, so what I said yesterday, basically, if we go above this little line right here, $38,700-ish, and we get a confirmation above there, I'm going to open up a long position. Why? Because the probability is higher of the Bitcoin price going up, and this same thing can be interpreted for almost any alt in that sense, because alts follow. If we do not, I open a short position. But actually, it goes a little bit deeper than that. I open up a short position regardless. And if we do cross, I might actually have two contrasting trades, which is stupid. But again, I explained yesterday exactly why I went for that crazy strategy. Or I could basically get rid of the short for a little while, open up my long, and then get back in. But generally speaking, I just want to keep the short position open. And guys, my short position has a significant amount of money in it. Once more, because if crypto keeps going up, I'll make 10 times as much money because all my alts are going to pop off and go like 50x or so. But just in case we go down, at least I'll be able to quote unquote sustain myself, even though that's not literally what it's for. It's mostly just to keep the balance in your head that if we go down, you're still having a specific asset which makes you money. Is the de-risking, right? You can't say, but if it goes up, things go up, then you make less money. Can't you just sell some and No, because the more that the price goes down, with a normal sell, you're only getting the amount of money that you sold for, right? With a leverage sell, leverage short over on Bybit, I'm getting more money the more down it goes. Basically, you're making money in that in like a multiplied factor instead of with just a normal sell, which is why I think it's better to go for that in terms of risk profile. Then again, if we went for that strategy yesterday of basically saying, hey, we were not going to break through, so we're short. On Bitcoin only, it's already 3.5% down, which again, guys, with my 10x leverage, which I usually use, that's about 30% profit in about a day. But right now we have another critical point here. You can see I didn't map these points out today. Check back my videos for the last couple of weeks. Just know that I always tell you what I've added to the chart whenever we take a look. And we've actually added nothing to this chart today. So this purple line was added yesterday. All the rest was added a couple weeks before because I didn't touch the charts in a little while. You can see here how you can literally use the previous prices to basically deduce what the highest probability turnaround points are. Look at this yet again. Once more, I did not draw this line in today, yet we can clearly see we had a almost perfect bounce from that point again. Or you again have another split choice. We can go short once we've gone below it with some confirmation, or we can try to get the rebound. In this sense here, it would be our, again, we can kind of see here, our first point of contact, second point of contact, and a third point of contact, and actually also a little of a break of the trend line here. And so it was inherently quite bearish, but since we kept touching this level, the moment that we do break through with some confirmation, we can open a short position to kind of try catch this wave towards the downside, or we can basically try and buy every single time it comes to this area and have a stop loss, for example, a little bit below it, which again could be critically a little bit below one of these levels, right, that we touched here, for example, and try to keep scalping, try to keep buying and potentially catching ourselves towards here before coming back down and catching ourselves again. Works for so long, but you guys get the drift, right? I have one short position open all the time. We can sometimes get ourselves a couple of quick little trades in, but my general one will sustain itself. Why? Because there's just a high probability of that being the best decision for me personally. Having said that, let's dive into a little bit of news and a little bit of stuff that I missed. I'm going to go through this with rapid speed. Pompliano said it appears that a bill has been put forward in Arizona to make Bitcoin legal tender within the state. I've covered this before. However, it was a small mention, and I don't think the majority of you guys saw it because the video didn't do too well. So there's been an idea in Arizona to make Bitcoin legal tender. It's not official, it's an idea. A lot of people are clickbaiting you saying, Bitcoin legal tender in the US. It's an idea. It's a bill. They get rejected so many times. So we don't know if it's going to happen, but there's an idea out there. One of the senators or guys, I'm not sure exactly how you call them. I'm not sure if it's like senator or a whatever the person that puts that in is called in the U.S. Again, guys, I'm not from the U.S. I'm not a native English speaker. I believe it's a senator, though, as I've read that a couple of times in here, that put it up. So it's progress towards the right direction. Here it says, looks like they're making Bitcoin SV legal tender, according to the wording here. There's no mention of BTC, and the definition they give only fits Bitcoin SV. Well, I'm not exactly sure. It does mention Bitcoin literally. Not exactly sure what they're about in that sense, but let's move on. So, again, Breaking Arizona approves bill officially making Bitcoin legal tender. I'm not exactly sure what that is all about because, as we've said, the bill was introduced. He says here, source here, keep up. He sourced himself. Why does he keep tagging himself as the source? Okay, maybe that's the joke. Okay, he's his own source. Maybe it's a satirical account. Investigative reporter, non-affiliated, independent. I think it's actually a satirical account just for fun. Not too sure. But again, I was just quickly saying already, there's a lot of fakes going on about that. It's not been approved. It's just an idea. Then, I also mentioned this already, but there's a new Q4 report from Ripple. And when I checked the comment section, a lot of you guys wanted me to cover it. But guys, if you're watching this video thus far, make sure you press that like button. And if you're not yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel. But more importantly, have the notification bell on. And I'm asking so many things, I know. Interact if you want to get something else out of these videos. I check every single comment. Every single one of them is checked. So if you ever wrote something down and it didn't get filtered out by the YouTube system, it's been read. Just know that for 100% sure. There's no question in my mind that your comment has not been read. Answering is a different thing altogether, though, right? But I see every single thing. Give me feedback. If you guys want to change something in these videos, I make these videos for y'all. So if there's something which you think, hey, please do that, or hey, please do this, I'll look into it. So please just put it down below if you have any feedback on this stuff. But when I checked, for example, about the Q4 report, I actually only saw a really small amount of responses of people wanting something or wanting it not to be on there. So at the end of the day, I just don't know if you guys want me to cover it. And since I personally said before, I don't think you can get too much value out of it, I decided not to cover it. But if you are a person who thinks, Dusty, we've seen the Q4 report, but we don't know how to interpret it, or we want you to quickly read it, or this, just put it down below in the comment section. I'm going to look into it. So that's what I quickly wanted to say to you. All right, moving on. Crypto whale. MicroStrategy earnings report next week is going to be a total disaster. Can't wait. I think that's kind of funny, actually. Not going to lie to you. I think it's going to be rather interesting. Then, is this the Texas one? Yes. Breaking candidate for governor of Texas lays out a plan for Bitcoin to become legal tender. Again, another plan. That's it. Pretty cool. I guess this is kind of relevant, but also kind of not. It is just about Cardano, and I guess it's like, why is it plummeting? Well, almost every single crypto is plummeting, so is there really something we should focus on right now? I don't think so. If I make a Cardano video, it might be interesting, but right now I don't think it is. Another fun little report I saw was U.S. lawmakers have been loading up on these cryptos, which is kind of funny because, well, a lot of people have been saying, yeah, these regulators are just basically buying everything up and trying to mess around with the system to make sure you lose the money and they get it in their pockets. And I laugh, but inside I cry. All right, moving on. Google Cloud launches a digital asset team. Google Cloud wants to develop a blockchain infrastructure and just announced a new team to focus on digital assets. Once more, is this relevant? No, because we knew this. It's also not anything that you're like, oh, wow, really? Google is getting into crypto more. Wow. We didn't know that they were doing that all along, but now they're just hiring some specific people. So, okay. Let's see what the next big thing is that they go for. And once we see that, what can be another, type of day. But for right now, they're hiring people. Wow. Yeah, they've been doing that all along. And even if they weren't, they most likely had it internally already. Pick a company. Apple, they have crypto people. They have. It's just a fact. There's no way around it. Apple is looking into NFTs. Apple is looking into some sort of currency. Apple is looking into all this stuff. These are trillion-dollar companies we're talking about. You're thinking that $3,000 a month payroll for, let's say, 4 employees cannot be justified? Think about that. So if you see an announcement like this, just think, oh, yeah, okay. Now it's been official then that they have gotten a team or doing something in that sense, or they're going a little bit more official on things. But they were looking into it for months, if not years already. So it's just a small step in terms of a public announcement. But in reality, this does not bring us any further to any result or any new thing. Because they could have actually had an end product before they made any sort of announcement. And they could also right now start a team, but not have an end product in 19 years, you know? So do with it as you please. Goldman Sachs, a little overdid on the mic there. Growing crypto adoption might not push prices higher. Of course it will. What? If crypto gets main adoption, then there's going to be more demand. The only argument to be made is, well, if there's a specific currency, then even though the velocity goes up, so every single, in a normal economy, right? You have the velocity of a dollar, for example. So that basically means how many times does this dollar go around, so to speak. There's a couple of actually interesting formulas in that sense that I've actually explained on the channel before. I've explained so many different things to people over these last couple of years, which is funny. There's so many stuff I've actually gone in full theories about, and sometimes people say I blabber on, right? But I think there's fun stories to all that, to the velocity and the formula in that sense, and how it all came together. Let's not digress today. All right, not a story for today, different day. Fisher. All right. So the velocity in that sense of a dollar is not really interesting to the majority of us, right? Why would you use that? In this sense here, it's not anything of our concern. The Bitcoin is, however. So how many times does the Bitcoin go around? Right now, it's rather low. So if you have one Bitcoin, how much does it go around? Not too much, because it's not really something that's so liquid that you sell it all the time, use it all the time to transact for things. XRP in that sense would be way higher for the same XRP to go around, because people are more transacting it. It's not officially true because Bitcoin obviously has more transactional volume. So officially, the velocity of that is way higher. I'm talking in the literal sense of our economy, of how much that single XRP kind of goes around as people get it and they send it to their friend, they get it and they send it through, and so forth and so on. With Bitcoin, it's more like, I have it now, I give it back, I have it now, I give it back, because you're buying and selling. I'm not including that in our little velocity of an actual economy, sort of, even though it does officially fit. What I mean in this sense here is mostly that even though the velocity might go up and people start using that same XRP to go around faster or more, that does not mean there's all of a sudden more demand. Well, actually it does, because people want to get it more, but it also means there's a growing amount of supply. Even though officially the supply is the same, right? If the velocity goes up, you can kind of substitute supply and velocity for the same thing, as there's still the same amount of token, but it just goes around a lot quicker, in the same sense that people are buying and selling the token at the same rate. Then it doesn't necessarily change the price, right? Same thing for XRP's ODL. If they're buying it on one end, selling it 2 seconds later, did the price really change? No, but there's all of a sudden a lot more volume, a lot more adoption. It doesn't necessarily have to change the price. So that's true. However, the underlying thought is pretty stupid. Of course, the more the crypto gets adopted, the more people know about it, the more people want to have it. So, of course, the adoption in almost literal correlation or in unison means higher price, but officially not. So that's why I said it's stupid, but it's also kind of the truth. Again, my laughs have been filled for today. I literally had the best giggles in a very long while. I want to quickly thank you all and curse you all for sending this to me. I do not know who has so much time to make these things. If you know how to make this stuff, do something with your talents. That is amazing. All right, I shouldn't have shown that maybe, but that is it. I gotta clap for y'all. This is what? How? How? Why? How? What? How? You know what I mean? Damn, you guys are good. Damn, you guys are good at that stuff. Look at that. That is, it's it's crazy. It's crazy for real. All right, and then John Dean is last but not least. Almost 15,000 international holders have signed. If you haven't, please do. It only takes seconds. It's 100% free to do, and it can make a difference. It just means go sign up if you want all this crypto stuff to become a little bit not better necessarily. If you want some of these higher ups to look into crypto a little bit further, specifically in the wrongdoings with the SEC, will it make a difference? Who knows, right? But if you don't try, you don't get. So just go ahead and check it out. You don't have anything to lose. This is free. It just takes like 10 seconds. Then again, do as you please, not financial, not legal advice. And at the end of the day, only you can decide what's best for you. So participate in whatever thing you think is smart, and don't do what you don't think is smart or worth it. If you don't understand it, don't join. Simple as that. But read into it, I would say, as you might make a difference. So yada, 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 right? Yeah. Having said that, guys, make sure you press the like button on this video if you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, don't press the like button, but I think you all did. Otherwise, let me know in the comments section down below why not, and I'll try to make it better for the next video. Thank you all so much for watching.